That's why I've decided to start YouTube. I've been running my upcycling business for 7 years now, 5 of which have been financially full-time. So I think I've just got a lot of experience of how to run a creative business while living in London, while paying rent, while paying for a studio. The kind of real ups and downs and challenges and things that are so fun but things that are so hard of being self-employed, being a creative, trying to do all the different things at once, diversify my income stream. And I think that that is something that people often ask me about, so kind of want to show you all the different ways that I've been able to do that and make a really interesting transitional phase of my life, which is so cool and feels like a real peak moment maybe in my career of buying a flat. So I'm going to be moving from one area of London to a different area, and that's going to be just like a big life transition and change. And I think it will be really interesting to start documenting the process while I'm still here in my old studio, and then we kind of can do the move and we can see all the things that it takes moving, all the stuff I'll need to like build, sort it all out because I'm doing it all on my own. I think often people will start documenting something when they've started at that new place, but I think it'll be really fun to kind of see the journey, see the move, see the process, see how things go from one place to the next. Videos are going to be a mix of behind the scenes. I do lots of workshops. I put so much time and attention and detail to show you all the little things that I do that goes into each one, and really take you along of what it looks like to run an upcycling brand as a 31-year-old who lives in London. Let's do a quick studio tour. So that's obviously my desk. Then over here we have so messy, all of my fabrics. And then this is the rest of the room. It's kind of messy at the moment because I've got lots of workshops coming up. So this is my rail where I have all my upcycled pieces. Then I've got my sewing machines, and then I have chaotic table here, which when it's not busy, I do my workshops at. As in my studio workshops, when I've got brand workshops, this is like my prep table. So I'm doing a workshop with the salad project soon, so I've got all my veggie key rings. Another workshop with Colombia coming up, so we've got all of our nature workshops over here, and that's where I work the whole time. More organization. So yeah, this is my studio space, and this is where I am just every day. A new tripod, and I think one of my biggest struggles is trying to find a tripod that does over. One of my biggest struggles is trying to find a tripod that will do the overhead. Okay, goes in this bit. Interesting. My current solution for overhead filming, you can see the tape on the ceiling. So hopefully this does better. Today on I Can Make This, we're making a slouchy leather bag. This is some leather that I got, I don't know, maybe like 2019. Someone gave it to me, they didn't want it. Have got a really good slouchy bag pattern, which was one I got from Etsy, so I'll link that if you want it. I made a denim bag from an old skirt last summer, and honestly always get so many compliments on it. A bag for spring. And also it'll be really hard to put the pins in, so I'm just going to draw around my pattern with the heat erase pen. Ideal would be top stitching thread, which I've got a little bit of but not loads, so instead I'm gonna use this. I think it'll be fine. This leather isn't too thick. Right sides together, and then top stitch down seam allowances. So sweet, right? Cute. This is part of my I Can Make It series, which is when I'm gonna make something that I just want in my wardrobe. I've been trying to decide if I do my I Can Make This series alongside a DIY tutorial so you can make it as well, or if I'm just making it pieces for myself. I'm trying to move my Instagram to be more kind of like premium and curated, like the brands that I want to work with are like Fern, it's like Nep, it's like the Hayward Gallery, it's really like artisanal, it's really beautiful, and it's really creative, and I think I need to show more of that on my socials. My work is really well made, and I think that doesn't always come across in like a really snappy quick video, so that's kind of like my focus. And it's also one of those things which is annoying because I know where I want my socials and like my work to visually be, but I just feel it is so far from that. So I'm in like a really, I guess, it feels a bit sticky, a bit of like a pushing phase without trying to improve it. Based off that, it makes sense to do the DIY tutorials on here, and I also really enjoy making them. Like I really enjoy showing people how to upcycle things for themselves. I really enjoy that kind of explaining of instructions. I find it really fun. So I think actually I will share these all as tutorial vids on here, and then also with them being on here means they can be a bit slower, they won't be quite as snappy. Hopefully they'll be a lot easier for you guys to follow along. That's a good conclusion for how we're going to do this series, is that it is going to come with a video for you guys to follow along. Thought of a helpful tip which links to me wanting to do more like craft elevated content, and that is, people always ask me, how do I do so much brand work? How do brands, know about me? Why do they want to work with me? And I think it's because I normally always put the work out before they've asked to work with me. So like with the workshops, I have run them myself in my studio loads. They know people really like them. They can see people want to come to them. They can see that we make really fun, cute things from secondhand textiles. And because of that, because I've already put the evidence out there, they then get in touch with me and want me to do it for them. So if there's a brand that you want to work with, or you want to start working with brands, it's all about creating that work first, and then they can see it. They've got evidence. They understand why you're so good at it. And then that will lead to them coming to want to work with you. Made a salad leaf to go on each placemat, and just looks so cute. I always try and make my workshops like really personal and really bespoke for the brand. I love to include little details like this. How sweet do they look? The little salad leaf, and then obviously little LB branding on the other side. So for the salad project, so that I'm obviously thinking like salad, leaves, veg. I make this feel really like special. How can I make it as elevated as possible and feel like a really nice curated workshop? So it kind of like plays into both my real enjoyment for details and things like just like, cute things. Recently did a workshop with Solomon, and I did like illustrations of the shoe and pinned that onto each placemat. That was just like a really fun way that I could make that workshop feel like so about Solomon and like about the shoe. Like, how can you make the event as beautiful and special as possible while still doing it sustainably? I think that is a lot of scope for other brands and people to consider that. Like, we've got enough. There's enough clothes for the next 7 generations. 92 million tons of textiles go to landfill each year. There's just like so much stuff already in existence, and I see my mission is like, how can I recreate everything all in existence but into new things? And I think you can still do everything in a really like beautiful, custom, bespoke way that makes it feel really special while still using all the stuff that we already have. Workshops for my cutout shapes, my scissors, threads, worksheets, needles, fabric to other people to cut, tweezers, heat erase pens, scraps for stuffing, spare silver pots, more silver pots. The workshop went really well, so I think that's probably where I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about my brand, upcycling, things to do with business, or just let me know what you've enjoyed, then let me know. I'd love to know. It's been actually so fun to make, more fun than I thought it might be. Yeah, it's just been really nice doing all this, talking in a slow way. So yeah, I'm going to do more. If there's anything you want to see, let me know and subscribe.